Hi everyone, I hope everyone is doing well today. I just wanted to make a really short and quick video and just tell you that, you know, there is more to life and you can do it. You have more potential than you believe that you do. And once you actually start to love who you are, the version of yourself that you're becoming, your actions, how you think, you know how to control those emotions, you know how to control those feelings when they come. I'm not talking about like getting rid of them, because sometimes it's really hard to stop thinking about, things in life that come to us, but learning how to think, how to react, how to move past that thing. You learn more about who you are as a character. And I think that it's important to note that you, at the end of the day, just have yourself. And if you don't show up for yourself, then those consequences will, show in your lifestyle. And those habits that we choose to pick up on every single day reflect the type of life that we are living. Those habits that you are constantly doing, good or bad, define how you live your life. And how you think is also how you live your life, and how you react is also how you live your life. And deciding what to do, what you like, what you don't like, ask questions about yourself, answer those questions. Believe that you can. Believe that you can so hard that, like, when you think about those things in life, it's like in one ear out the other. That's it, boom. And life is so much more about loving ourselves. I think, like, a lot of the time in philosophy, you think about like the nature of reality and like why we're here and what our purpose is, what we're meant to do on this earth. And I personally believe that our purpose here on life is to love ourselves. And like, when you're 90 years old laying in bed, are you regretting everything, or are you genuinely like happy to be like, I don't regret anything? That was the life that I wanted to live. I did everything I wanted to. I accomplished those things. And I think that's genuinely the purpose of life, summed up. Because like, we think about, oh, like, am I supposed to, as a female, you might think like, oh, is my purpose to give a child? Or as a male, is it like, oh, is it like mine to serve, or whatever it is? And so those stereotypical things that we also think in our like life, when you think about for example, like norms, it's called something else, I forget. I'm really tired, but anyways, it's important to understand that, like, for example, we grow up thinking that like spiders are scary, we don't like spiders, or like monsters under our beds, and so it's funny because it's like those are things that we kind of pick up on. And sometimes like those specific words that we use, for example, like consistency, discipline, selfish, and they might come up as like, something that's negative. But like, I think that a balance, like in life, there has to be a balance. There has to be a balance of positive and negative. And if there isn't a balance, then we think about life as in like overwhelming, complicated. And your life is in the hands of how you react to things and the type of person that you are. You have to genuinely love the person that you are for you to see progress, and for you to not like, I notice that people tend to want validation and seek that because of their own insecurities or of what they don't like about themselves. And that's important for you to note about yourself. Like, what are things that you don't like about yourself, and like, what are your weaknesses? And you need to criticize who you are for you to be better, because no one is perfect. No one is just born into life knowing every skill, knowing what to do with their life, knowing the answer to everything, because that's just not the way that we grew up, like, in this society. And so you need to find out for yourself the type of person you are and how you react to things. How does your brain move when something happens that's like negative, or if you're in an argument and you, for example, like how I was saying, how it needs to balance. If you're in an argument, you need to meet in the middle, because if you don't and you think you're right and the other person thinks they're right, like it won't go anywhere. You need to understand how your mind reacts to certain situations, and you will start to love yourself because you're showing up for that version. You are being better. I love you guys. Thank you for the support, and period.